Well, I mean, if the script was right, if the opportunity was right, and if everybody involved wanted to do it in the first place, sure, I think she's an extraordinary actor. The thing that I'm actually getting ready to go do is a television show that will come out in the fall. It's called Designated Survivor. And there's a clause in the Constitution that forces each party and a member of the cabinet to be sequestered during any State of the Union in case of, at that time when it was written, a natural tragedy, a fire, or something like that. I think for the last 100 years we've kind of gone through with this protocol out of respect to our own history, but I don't think anyone's ever felt that something like that could happen. In the course of our show, the Capitol building is attacked in a terrorist attack, and all of a sudden my character, a low-level cabinet minister, becomes president in a moment, and the story takes off from there. It's a show that's beautifully written by a writer named David Guggenheim, and very excited to get started on that. I think the reconciliation of a father and a son, I think the father and son dynamic is incredibly complicated. And this is a film about a father and a son who are deeply estranged in the beginning of the film, and it's about them learning to accept each other for who they are, ultimately forgive each other for certain things that have happened in the past, and move forward. And I think that that's a really important message. And I think, I don't know any other, I don't have any male friends that haven't had a father-son issue on some level. I have two stepsons. It has gone that way for us as well. And it's not something that I think is explored very much in film. And so I think that message is the thing that I keyed into the strongest. Yes, of course it does, yeah. And there's something about someone who you can't help but be interested in watching someone who can outhandle anybody in the town and chooses to turn the other cheek. And I think that that informs the character greatly. This is a man of great strength and conviction into what he's doing. But like any Western, when push comes to shove and his father is in danger, people are who they are. And so that's a very Western kind of theme as well. That was why I felt the genre suited telling this kind of a story really well. Well, I played a concert in Santa Cruz too, and I think the loudest cheer we got was when I was actually talking, and I was telling the audience there from Santa Cruz that when we shot Lost Boys, and anyone who's seen Lost Boys realizes that at least visually it was quite fantastical, or fantastic. And we had about 600 or 700 extras come to work one night, and we had 2 trucks of wardrobe that we were going to use to dress these people to make them look like part of the movie. And I don't think we pulled one piece of clothing out of that truck. People came dressed as wild as you can imagine, and that's always made me smile, and it tells me a lot about the spirit of not only Santa Cruz, but that entire area. Well, first of all, that film was 30 years ago, but thanks for trying to hide that for me. Um, that was at the very, very beginning of my career. It was a movie for television. Uh, for me, it's always amazing, Lori Loughlin, to watch what she did in her career. Keanu Reeves obviously became a huge, huge star with films like Speed and the Matrix films. For me, there's always a fondness at this point in my life to look back and remember how young we were and hopeful and everything else.